Well, hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Life of a Bourbon Girl. I'm Kristin.
I'm Hannah.
And this is our friend,
Megan.
Yay! We love having special guests on our podcast. Today's episode, and you being a special guest, actually came up very naturally from the great realm of TikTok.
Of course, as most things come
As
from.
most things do in this day and age. And so we're going to do a little bit of a special episode today. So I want to know, and the people at home want to know, what made you want to be on the podcast?
I just saw this TikTok that looked like a fun time. So they did like a tasting of the bourbon that they were going to use to make an old fashioned, and then they made the old fashioned and then compared the notes with, I mean, I'm using words that I don't really understand. But
You're doing great. You're doing
yeah,
great.
they just compared like how you could taste the flavor of the bourbon in the old fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought of Hannah and the Bourbon Girls immediately. And I was like, this seems like a fun time. And I'm not really a bourbon girl yet, but I would like to try to be one.
After today, you're definitely in the club. Don't
Yes.
worry.
Perfect.
Don't worry.
Awesome.
So that's the inspiration for our episode today. We're going to have a little tasting of a bourbon, and then we're going to make an old fashioned with that bourbon. And our bourbon today comes from the lovely Bardstown Bourbon Company, which, what city is that in? Why am I blanking?
Bardstown.
It's literally Bardstown.
Yes,
it's named
Bardstown,
after its
Kentucky.
city. Okay, thank
Mhm.
you. I swear I lived there and I've been there. This I got the last time I was there. We didn't do a tour or anything. We just stopped by to stop at the gift shop because, you know, it's always cheaper in Kentucky than it is in Michigan. And this is their single barrel house pour. It's 121 proof, which means it's a little
Spicy.
hot, a little spicy.
Perfect.
And so it'll be great for an old fashioned, especially balancing out with the other fun things that go in an old fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited
Nice.
about that.
Yeah.
Nice. Me too.
So, you ready to do this thing? You ready to try some bourbon today?
Yeah, I've heard there's like a way we're supposed to drink it.
Hannah's the expert. We all know I'm not.
Yes.
Please inform me.
So first we have to cheers
We do.
because
That's
it's
what we do.
mandatory.
Mandatory cheers.
So when you're sniffing it, you want to sniff with your mouth open so that you don't burn your nose hairs off.
Okay.
And I know it feels weird, and this is always my face when I do it.
I know, I feel like a fish. I'm like,
That's literally what it feels like.
but it smells good.
Yeah.
It does.
And so you just kind of, so you cook a lot. So I feel like
Yeah.
you have really good experience with different scents and everything while cooking. So that
Interesting.
it's when you're smelling it and tasting it, you're comparing it to those experiences of things that you've made, things that you've tried, something that your grandma made. So you just try and pull whatever
Something out of
those notes are. So that's what notes are.
Okay,
is
yeah.
like that scent profile that you're getting.
Yeah, what do you
Okay.
get? What does it smell like?
It feels fruity to me, like peachy.
Mhm.
Like I'm getting peach.
I'm getting apricots.
Okay, yeah. Oh my gosh, I had apricot jam on my toast this morning.
Oh!
It's meant to be.
It's like you were prepared for that.
I know.
But that can also
Influence.
change what you're smelling.
True.
If you've had something citrusy, I peeled an
True.
orange earlier, so
Yeah.
I'm pulling those citrusy notes. So that could affect it
Yeah.
versus another day with nothing on your palate, nothing on your
Yeah.
nose, you could pull
Yeah.
something totally different from the same bourbon.
So you're saying
Yeah.
I smell popcorn?
Yes. Yes, that's
Because I
exactly.
ate popcorn right
It's a major food group, I'll say it.
It is. It's a mandatory one for me.
Yeah.
All right, so then how does she drink it?
So when you take your first sip, you
Okay.
want to swish it around your mouth and kind of burn off some of your taste buds.
Okay.
Sounds counterintuitive, but it works because it actually opens up your taste buds a lot more to
Yeah.
be able to pull some of those flavor profiles on the tongue.
Okay.
So that first sip is kind of a wash sip. Like you're not really gonna taste a lot. You're not looking for the experience in that first sip.
Okay.
It's gonna be the second sip thereafter.
Okay. Not
So.
necessarily enjoyable, maybe,
Yes.
for the first sip. Perfect. That's the subtext. Got it. Got it.
Yes.
Okay, so
Sometimes-
tiny little sip and swish it around?
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of like mouthwash, but not really. Kind of.
But not a big gulp.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you
Don't
can swallow
throw those
this,
back.
not, yeah.
Yes, it's true. It is true.
Mhm. And this one is, because it's such a high proof, it's going to burn a lot more on that first sip, specifically in the back of your throat.
I just got that. Yep.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep. So dependent on the leveling of proofing, so if it's a little bit lower proof, you may not get that burn as much.
Okay, and this one's considered higher proof?
Yes.
What is a lower proof number?
So
in my brain? Like,
the minimum of bourbon is going to be 80.
okay.
And then
And
it
this
can
is
be
121.
Yeah.
Just for context.
Okay. And high is this level?
Higher. I think the highest, we just talked about this the other day.
I think it's 130.
I think it's like
but
130.
Okay.
I think there are some that can go higher than that.
Probably.
So, can go higher than 130.
Okay.
So, it's usually 80 to 130
Okay.
is like the range. But I would say anything above 110 is going to be hot for most people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like 90 and 100 are pretty standard. Like, you'll find those a lot.
Yes.
Like, between those two. And then once you start jumping above that, it gets a little spicy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We like spicy, though. Do your taste buds feel sufficiently singed?
I think so. Yeah. Weirdly, I feel it like on my gums in the front of my mouth,
Yeah.
like right here.
So fun fact, I thought I wasn't bringing any fun facts to the table today. But
Liar.
how we've talked about in previous episodes of how whiskey and bourbon have been used medicinally, it's same thing for babies teething. A lot of people will take a drop of bourbon and put it on their baby's gums to numb it so that they're, a little bit less pain.
Oh, yeah. I think my mom used to put my binky in bourbon. And like, boop.
Yes, Megan's mom.
Good job. We love to see it. We love to see it.
Hey, whatever you got to do to stay sane. I'm not going to judge.
Listen, I'm pretty sure people in Kentucky did a little worse, so it's fine.
I know. So now you can take your second sip and again, think about the experiences of things that you've cooked, that you've tasted, that you're like, oh, yes, I'm pulling this. Like, a lot of the times I feel like it's pulling from, like, my baking experiences, but I think that you do have a uniqueness of, like, you cook a lot more beyond baking, and so you may have different profiles of spices that you can pull from.
Okay, interesting. Just worthy of note is I do have a terrible sense of smell, so we're doing the best we can with what we have here, but okay.
No, that's fair. And that makes a lot of sense why I can never pull out notes because I don't cook.
I just feel like
All
it
of the
helps.
things. For sure.
But I feel like because I bake a lot, it's always very sweet stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm always pulling a vanilla or a caramel because I feel like those are the flavor profiles that I use a lot and
consistently.
I eat a lot. And so, or like a chocolate profile, I'll pull that quite a bit too. So, and that's just because that's again what I do most often.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So.
Are you ready for the real sip?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
So I feel like I get like caramely a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It does have. It definitely has a sweet, syrupy vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be a weird question. It's always a weird
Please.
question when we talk about it. We talk about mouthfeel, which is literally, people are like, "What's that?" I'm like, literally, how does your mouth feel? Like, for me, I'm always like, there are sometimes I make this face a lot. I'm sorry for the friends at home because I'm like there are times where it's like sticky and like almost like slimy, and I am not a slimy girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But like that's the concept of like, how does your mouth feel when you drink it?
Fine. I don't know. I mean, it felt like you said, syrupy. Like I feel like I got that same kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it definitely lingers in the mouthfeel for sure.
For sure.
Lingers. Okay. Yeah.
So like I can still feel it on the roof of my mouth.
Yeah, I feel it like at the back of my tongue.
That's gonna be the proof.
Okay. It's not like a bad feeling. It's just like, oh, it's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the spicy for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I really like this one.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
I like
it. I mean, clearly, there's not much left in this. I've always loved the consistency of like this bottle, and I would also be curious to try this against your, like, you have a single barrel from them.
Yep.
Just like the consistency of it, but yeah, I get that. I get the sweet. I get the spice is there, but it's not overwhelming. Like sometimes the higher proof, sometimes it gets a little overwhelming, and you're like, oh, I can't do it. But I don't really get that with this.
I feel like that's been most of like my bourbon experience or whatever, is like I'm in a competitive brass band. I know everybody drinks bourbon. And so there's this one guy who always brings really good bourbon. Apparently it's really good bourbon, but to me it tastes like gasoline. Like it's just it's too much. I tried a little bit of it and I couldn't hang.
Yeah.
It was too much, but I wasn't also drinking it right probably. So
Well, and here's the thing. We say this all the time, and we'll say it at the end, but I heard this years ago. I stole it from somebody else. It's not original to me by any means. But it was the idea of if you like it, you like it, and you don't, right? Like, there is no, if you like it and you enjoy it, great. And if you don't, great. Like, you're not hurting this bottle's feelings by being like, I really don't like you that much. Like,
Yeah.
cool. There are thousands of other bourbons
Yeah.
out there in the world to try, and you just have to figure out what is the sweet spot of that, right?
Yeah.
Like, I sometimes tend towards 100, anywhere between like 90 to 100 is like my sweet spot for proofs. But there are times where I'm like, I like something a little more spicy, but generally I don't, because generally I'm like fire-breathing dragon, as we've talked
Nice.
before.
Yeah.
Or you figure out like, okay, I do like a higher proof, but I add an ice cube to it to like mellow it out and change the flavor a little bit. Like there's always workarounds. It's just figuring out what you like.
Yep.
Ironically, I feel like I don't get as much of the apricot or the fruitiness when you drink it.
Yeah.
But you get more of it when you smell it.
Yeah.
Is that common?
That's very common to have like different notes on the nose versus on the tongue.
Yeah. Okay.
So it just depends on like how it's pulling from the barrel and how that's going to pull in your mouth. But like she said, if you put an ice cube in it or a little bit of water in it, it could dial down a lot of that spiciness that could be covering up the citrusy notes. So you could be able to pull it on your tongue if you were to tone it down. So a big myth that a lot of people think is that if you put ice in your neat bourbon, that it's actually going to ruin the flavor profile, and it doesn't do that at all. It changes it, and every profile is going to be different, whether you use an ice cube or watered down or totally neat. It's going to be different based off the temperatures of everything.
Okay.
So even if you put your bourbon in the fridge, it's going to pull different profiles because it's colder.
Interesting. Okay. Do people do that? Is that...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing.
It just depends on how you like to drink it.
Oh,
There's no right or wrong way to drink it, so don't let any bourbon snob ever tell you that.
There is. Everybody has their preference, and preferences are okay, right? Like, it is totally okay to have preferences. It's totally okay to say, I like it this way, I don't like it this way.
Yeah.
But that's what they are, they're preferences.
Yeah.
Like, there is no, like, you have to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
No, I don't. Thank you very much. That's what I say when I'm like, no, I don't. Thank you. You can enjoy it that way. That's totally fine for you, but I'm going to do this.
That's not for me. Yeah.
That's not for me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. Any other thoughts on this?
I don't...
Try it again?
No,
Take
it was
another
good.
sip?
I liked it. I'm surprised I liked it as much as I did.
Yay!
So, why an old fashioned?
So
Was it literally just a TikTok thing, or was there something
it
lingering under the surface?
it was mostly the TikTok thing, I feel like, but also I know that I like a Manhattan. I don't even really know what's in a Manhattan, but I know that I like it. But I don't know if I've really ventured into the old-fashioned world yet, and I would want to try. So
I love it.
That was kind of it.
I love it. Well, Hannah is our residential old-fashioned expert.
Yes.
Comparatively, between the three of us here, she's the expert.
I love an old-fashioned.
So she's going to walk us through actually making one, and then we're going to try it, and then we'll just keep chatting as you make the others, too. So
Yes.
Tell us what goes into an old-fashioned.
Okay, so, Mike, I'll make yours first.
Oh, gosh, okay.
So, I know we've joked in the past about me never having ice. I do indeed have ice today.
Came
So
prepared.
proud.
For
So
Christmas,
proud of
I
you.
actually got a full bourbon cube ice tray.
Oh,
So we
let's
can
go.
have actual ice cubes for this, which is
Perfect.
super exciting. So today we are gonna make a maple syrup old fashioned, and we're actually gonna be using the Ironfish maple syrup. It has a little bit of cinnamon in it. Ironfish is a distillery in northern Michigan. And we went there, we did a tasting experience and everything. And we went to the gift shop and I tried this as a sample, and I was like, this is the best thing I've ever had, and this would be great in some old fashions.
Wow,
so
that's high praise.
that is how we are making it today. So we're subbing simple syrup for maple syrup. It's just as sweet. Some people will do maple syrup and simple syrup to get that mapley flavor, but I just feel like maple syrup is sweet enough that you don't need
You don't need the
additional.
extra.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't need the sugar high.
Yeah. And my personal taste profile anyway is I don't gravitate towards super sweet things anyway, so that is going to work for me.
Which is why you like a Manhattan, because
Yeah.
a Manhattan is sweet vermouth and the bourbon, and then simple syrup sometimes. I think I've made your Manhattans before with maple syrup, actually.
Oh, perfect. Excellent. We love maple.
And then bitters. So it's actually very similar. Why can I not open this? Can you please help?
Do you need some assistance?
Thank you.
Yay.
We love that sound.
It's brand new.
Such
a
I'm
good
so
sound.
excited.
So I eyeball this. It's probably half an ounce to 1 ounce of pour. So I
Let's-
just kind of like give it a little bit.
Let's be honest. Just measure with your heart.
Exactly.
Unless you're me, then you measure very
Dude,
specifically.
same. Everything in my kitchen.
Yes. And then today we're using orange bitters to go in it as well. So just a few drops of that.
She spits it all over the table.
Oh, I didn't even notice. I feel like that will be nice. Okay,
that was my reaction.
I'm thinking about like the
I have that?
pairings
Oh,
because
so
like
sorry.
orange, citrus gonna go well with the notes here, and then the caramely plus the maple. I feel like it's gonna be really nice.
Oh, yeah.
You got it?
I'm excited. Do you need
Yes.
Okay, good job. Sorry. I did
struggling
not mean to
today.
insinuate that you were weak. I was just offering to help.
My friend just gave me this like rubber jar opener thing that
Oh,
has
those
come in
are
handy
amazing.
so much. I'm like, strong independent woman, I don't need anything. I need this
I
thing
need
to
this
help
one.
me open a jar.
100%.
And then we are finishing it off with 2 ounces of the Bardstown bourbon. So
Did you eyeball that too?
no,
She
I
measured
actually
that.
measured
Oh,
that
I
one.
wasn't watching.
There are certain things we measure in life.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect.
And then we are topping it. So everyone tops theirs differently. I unfortunately do not love maraschino cherries, so therefore I never actually ever
That's
have
okay.
them.
I don't like them either.
So we're gonna top it with an orange twist. So to express the orange, you can kind of get that twist, and the aromas will actually float into your bourbon, and actually give you more of that citrus pull on the taste buds. So
Okay.
there is your old fashioned.
Am I trying or am I waiting?
You can
You
try.
can try.
Okay. Do I do the same thing and smell it first?
Oh, this one you don't have to, but you can.
Smells really
You can
good.
if you want
Really
to.
orangey.
Yeah.
Well, that orange is right on top. It helps. What do you think?
That's really good. I love the maple. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, I love anything maple anyways, so this is so good.
I love that.
Nice.
Have you? So you've never had an old fashioned before?
I
Today?
probably have at some
Okay.
point in my life, but like not intentionally, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like
Oh,
I've
for
not
sure.
really thought about, oh, I'll have an old fashioned. It's just like, oh, whatever.
Well, and we've talked about. I think we talked about this in our first episode. Honestly, old fashioned sounds so like old manny.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You're just like,
Yes.
I'm gonna have an old fashioned, and you're like, what am I, like a 90-year-old
Yeah.
grandpa? Like, why do I? What?
Do I need
Like,
a cigar to go with my old
Right,
fashioned?
right.
What's going on here?
Exactly. But thank you so much. That's part of, again, why we. Oh, I didn't realize you gave me your glass. So kind. Thank you so much. That's part of why we started this podcast, right? Because a lot of times, like when you get the thought of bourbon, again, like it feels very like male-dominated area and like very geared towards men, right? Like old-fashioned sounds.
Yeah.
Again, it sounds
Very
old
dude.
manny. It sounds very dude, and I'm like, why would I want an old-fashioned? Like a Manhattan's a little more, seems a little more upscale and maybe girly.
Yeah, like maybe a little more approachable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I
But
had some
do
sweet
love an
vermouth that I
old-fashioned.
loved, so I wanted something with sweet vermouth. so
Yeah, that's true.
that's good.
Yeah, where did you get your sweet vermouth from?
Well, Hannah got it for me.
Wow.
From Spain.
What a
right?
friend.
Yeah.
What a friend.
So
All
good.
the way from Spain?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's so
Because
good.
she had gone to Spain a couple of years
24.
before
Summer of
me.
2024. I
Yeah,
think.
so like a year and a half before me, and she tried this very specific kind of vermouth,
Yes.
and she was like, "Find this for me if you can." So I brought a bottle
That's
back
great.
for her, which was fun.
Yes.
This is really good.
It is so good.
Thank you.
Good
I love
job.
it.
10 out of 10.
Thanks.
10 out of 10. You know what? I can really see this with a little bit too. We've talked about it before, like adding a little, like smoking it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That would
Talk to
really-
me
I
about what
should've-
that does to the profile because, like, I was recently at a game night and with a bunch of dudes, and they all got this like really, apparently very. I don't know what the bourbon was. I could show you a picture later, but it was apparently a really expensive bottle, and they smoked it. And they were like talking about it, and so please talk to me about smoking.
Yeah.
What does that do?
So.
Sorry, that was stupid.
No, I loved it. The phrase, talk to me about smoking. That just really just stuck in my
Smoking
head there for a
your
minute.
Bourbon.
Yeah,
there you go.
Specifically.
Yes.
Specifically smoking bourbon.
Yes.
So for some bourbons, they actually smoke the barrels before they even put the bourbon in there to age, and so that will pull a lot of that smoky barrel flavor into the whiskey itself. So you can also do that post the barrel. So when you get a bottle but it's not smoky but you want it smoky, you can just fire up like a little piece of wood and it'll infuse into the bourbon. So it just gives that like smoky profile. Some people really like it and other people don't. So I prefer to have it because I do love most bourbons just straight without any of that smoky flavor. If they have the smoky flavor, great. But I love smoking cocktails. It makes them taste so unique, and like this tastes wonderful on its own, but smoked would be a whole different level of deliciousness.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Well, it would balance out because like this has that sweet to it, right?
Yeah.
Like it still has the nice burn on the back end, right? Like it's sitting in my sternum, and that's great. But like it's so sweet a little bit that I'm like, oh, I could balance that out with some savory, smoky vibes.
Yes,
for sure.
That would be so good.
Yeah. So I think it just adds to the experience, truly.
It also smells so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm really getting the cinnamon, and I think I accidentally poured a little too much maple syrup in mine, so that's why.
You're getting
Accidentally.
It was an accident.
Oh no, what do I do?
Oh no, our bourbon, it's broken.
But it does, it just makes it very good. Like it adds to the spice of the already spiciness of the bourbon.
Yes. Okay, I get that. Yes.
So,
I'm very much picking that up.
I think I love when I do cocktails. I really like doing higher proofs because of that. Because it like there is so much flavor in this that the sweetness like almost dulls it out a little. Not like in a bad way, but like it dulls it out a little bit. So I'm like, okay, I like this combination where it probably brings it down a little more from like, you know, five fires of hot level down to like 2 or 3.
Fire.
Exactly.
Yes.
I enjoy that for sure.
I always feel like having, I don't know. I feel like having a cocktail with bourbon, the bourbon purists are like, why? Why would you do that? But like, I need that, I think.
Okay, this is what I'll be honest about though. There are certain bourbons, specifically when it comes to price range, like we talked about in our expensive, like there are certain bourbons where like I will not ever use this as a mixer because or share it. There are some, unless I know that person really enjoys bourbon and you know can appreciate it, because there are some specificities to it that you're like, I don't want, like, again, like if I've never had it, again, future husband proposed to me with a pappy, I'm just saying it out loud. Just reiterating that. But like there are some that you're like, I would never taint this because it took so long to make, it was so expensive, or, you know, or whatever.
Okay.
But again, there's no shame in drinking your bourbon how you like your bourbon. Personally, I talk about it every episode, a spicy Diet Coke. It's literally, I know, it's my catchphrase.
I'm so intrigued by this.
It's literally just Diet Coke and bourbon. Specifically bourbon. Like whenever I go out and I ask for a bourbon and Diet Coke, they're like, do you want something specific? And I'm like, no, I just want, as long as it's bourbon. I don't care. As long as it's bourbon.
Okay.
Bourbon and Diet Coke.
Okay.
But that's one of my primary ways of enjoying bourbon, and that's okay.
Well, okay. I, like at weddings, we'll have like a whiskey and Coke.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll do that sometimes.
Great.
Okay.
That's great. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. You enjoy your bourbon how you like to enjoy your bourbon.
Exactly.
And if that's in a cocktail, or an old fashioned, or a
really
Manhattan,
good.
or whatever, live your life.
And sometimes, like, the cocktails will introduce you into other kinds of bourbons that you would drink straight.
Yeah.
And so it's just the start of your bourbon journey. Like, you don't know how it's going to devolve in the future, kind of thing.
True.
Right.
So,
yeah, this is what I'll have to look out for.
And you might start, and, like, again, as Hannah said, just to, like, taste it, like, to get used to it. I remember the first time, I told this story before, I tried Screwball whiskey. And I was like, no, thank you. Like, it was so gross. It smelled like peanut butter. It's how I feel about LaCroix as well. I'm so sorry, LaCroix lovers out there. It smells delicious. Yeah. And then you taste it, and you're like, you do not taste like how you smell.
Okay, but this doesn't taste like how it smells either.
But that's how I felt about Screwball whiskey. Like, when I tried Screwball for the first time, I was like, it smells so good. It smells like peanut butter. And then I tasted it, and I was like, this is not peanut butter. This is not it.
I'm pretty sure I have some sort of like old smoky peanut butter whiskey in my apartment right now.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
unopened.
The
completely
old
unopened.
smoky brand,
Yeah.
You know what that's great for?
Tell me.
A bougie milkshake.
Yes.
I'm in. Perfect. I've been trying to figure out what to do with this bottle that's been sitting there for the better part of a year, maybe
And you
longer.
have that peanut butter ice cream.
Oh my god.
Put it in a
The
blender.
Hudsonville peanut butter ice cream. I just got a blender 2 weeks
perfect.
ago.
Yes! Yes!
This is perfect timing. Oh, you guys want to come over later?
Yes, I'll be there.
Perfect.
I'll be there. But yeah, so you can all again.
Good idea.
I've put bourbon in a lot of things
Mm-hmm.
over the years.
Yep.
A lot of different concoctions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do you think your bourbon journey is going to lead you next?
Well, next, I'll probably try to drink, well, first of all, tasting it the correct way made a big difference, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to try to explore that with the Bourbon Bros in my brass band, and see what's going on there.
And not
If I
lose your
can-
nose hairs.
Right. It's so high proof, though. Like, I don't know what it was. I'll have to ask the guy, but it was a lot. But I'd like to try it. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. You can impress them with all your knowledge now.
That's
and
true.
then you can show them this podcast and be like, you can stop being so bougie because the girls said so.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
No, it's so true.
Exactly.
It's so true.
You're like, listen, I have friends that like bourbon, and bye.
They
It
know what
doesn't
they're
have
talking
to
about.
be that serious, you
It
guys.
really
true.
doesn't. Okay,
That's
it
true.
really doesn't.
I love
I
it.
love that. So before you drink this one straight, how many other bourbons have you tried? I was just curious. I didn't.
Oh
ask
my
you that
gosh.
earlier.
I
meant
think
to.
like I've forced myself to down bourbon before. I'm going to be so honest. Like
good,
I've just been like,
good.
I don't care how this tastes. Just like do what you need to do. Just like for a little tasting.
Yeah.
But have I enjoyed bourbon straight before?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Like I don't think I've tried a bourbon that I've been like, I would drink that. But I would drink this. And I've also recently
We won one, you guys. We got one.
It's really good, and it's really like got that sweet like taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not as like aggressive.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that has to do with the proper tasting method.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
thank you, Hannah,
Absolutely.
resident expert.
You're welcome.
Sure. Well, and again, finding things that you like, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about this earlier. I have a bottle that I literally brought over because I was like, I think I hate this. I need you guys to try it because am I crazy? Like, do I actually hate this or did I just have an off day? And we've talked about this with the Knob Creek that we tried in one of our
Always,
other,
yes.
in one of our earlier episodes. Hannah was like, this is disgusting. And then like 5 days later, she's like, this is not so bad.
Literally earlier today, she was like, depends on the day. Like,
No, but for
We'll see.
real, like your taste buds change.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes my mood changes that.
Yeah.
Sometimes if the person that's like telling me to try something, if I'm annoyed with them, I'm like, I'm not gonna like this.
Yep.
yeah.
Only because this person's telling me to, right? Like,
Yeah. I will say, I told them already, I had a bourbon last night that tasted like the Lemon Pledge wood cleaner. And that I had perfectly not eaten a ton to not change
Yeah.
my taste buds before trying these I tried 3 different bourbons that night, okay? And so it was 1, 2, and then the Pledge. And
I like that you're just gonna call it the pledge.
I will never drink that again. And if I ever find that bourbon again, it was so disgusting. There was nothing that could redeem that. So
Here's the thing. I kind of want you to try it again. Because again, Knob Creek, you felt pretty passionately that you didn't like it. Not this passionate. Not like brother's
It
soccer
was-
bag smelly bag.
but those I
Leave it in
liked
the
the
garage.
flavor
That's
of it. It was
true.
just the
That's
scent.
true. Okay,
This
that's
one
fair.
like had a really good like florally like
Smell.
and it was like on the nose. I was like, wow, this is gonna be a great bourbon. I was like, yes, this is wonderful. And I just kept sniffing it because it smelled so good. It kind of reminded me of the Penelope Havana bottle that I've been looking for. So I was like, maybe it's that. And I almost spit it out. It was so terribly disgusting on the mouth. So once I do find the bottle, I will get a bottle to share it with people because
Yeah.
I want other people to experience the horror that I felt.
That's
how-
cruel.
Well, but here's the thing. I might like it. My taste buds, everybody's taste
That's
buds are
true.
different,
Yeah.
right?
True,
Like
true,
that's
true.
like the bottle I brought again because I was like, am I crazy? Is this terrible? Did I just have an off day? Because everybody has different taste buds.
Yep.
No,
And that's
fair.
okay.
Yep. I just need to find another person who agrees with me in that.
You just
She needs
need
to feel
one.
in that
validated.
bottle.
You
Did your dad
only
feel
need
validated?
one.
Did your dad also hate it? Or
That's
no?
what I'm trying to find out. But he hasn't been texting me back. So I'm like, I just need to
You're
know.
like, Dad, I need to know your thoughts on this.
Yeah.
Please, Ed, get back to Hannah soon.
Yeah,
Please.
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 Or Dad's bourbon group, please. Old man bourbon group.
Somebody tell her what she drank and what she didn't like. Okay, so before we start our wrap-up process, do you have
Okay.
any other questions? Like, is there any,
Ooh.
are you curious about bourbon in any way? Not that we have all the answers because we don't, but
Yeah.
We'll stumble through it.
I have one question. So you said that Iron Horse, right, was where that came from?
Ironfish.
Ironfish, sorry. Distillery in Michigan. Are there a lot of distilleries in Michigan? I've been to Motor City in Detroit. I've been there.
Yes.
But is Michigan like also a hotspot for bourbon that I assumed most bourbons came from Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay, so
or like that area.
My favorite fun fact is that 95%, and again, I didn't come up with this, somebody else told me this, so if it's not true, it wasn't me. 95% of the world's bourbon is made in Kentucky.
Okay.
But it is not just select to Kentucky. Anywhere in the U.S. can make bourbon, technically.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the world can make whiskey, because whiskey, like bourbon has very specific rules that go with it, including like their recipe, which is also called a mash bill. Like there are specific requirements around the mash bill, how it's made. Again, we talked earlier about like specific like minimums for proofs and things like that. Like there are specifics with bourbon, so it can be made anywhere in the U.S. But a lot of it is made in Kentucky. I personally have not been to a ton of bourbon distilleries in Michigan. Like I know of Motor City.
Detroit City. Yeah.
Like, but I have not ventured very far.
Yeah. There are distilleries all over the place. One of the bottles that I just bought is from Nevada.
Okay.
Which I was like, oh, I've never had bourbon from Nevada before. So it's just kind of fun to explore like different locations.
Yeah.
It's so heavily produced in Kentucky because Kentucky is a very good like it doesn't have a ton of like it's too hot or it's too cold.
Good climate.
It's
Good
pretty
climate.
temperate.
Yes. So it's a very easy place to distill and have your rick houses and store all your bourbons there. So even some other distilleries across the country will still have rick houses and store their bourbon in Kentucky.
Okay.
So it just depends. But there are distilleries in New York, Michigan, like Nevada, like all over the country.
All over.
But
okay.
Yeah.
I was just at one in West Virginia this past weekend, which again is kind of close to Kentucky, so I'm not really sure that counts. But it's very fascinating, like because everybody does it just like slightly different, right? Like everybody's just a little different in their certain things. But climate is always a fascinating thing to think about, right? Because heat rises, and so like I talk about my Buffalo Trace tour all the time because I'm obsessed with Buffalo Trace, and if you ever get to go, you should go.
Is it in Kentucky?
It is.
Okay.
It is in Kentucky. But just like again, if you're trying to age something for a really long time, you want to keep it lower, right? Because heat rises and it changes. Even just like the location of a barrel changes how its flavor comes out later, which is fascinating, right? Because you're like, I'm not a scientist. I don't think about those things, right? I'm like, again, I like it, or I don't, right? Like, I'm not thinking about those things. But it is very fascinating to learn and see how many different places do have, like, I'm supposed to go to Texas next weekend, which will be in the past when this episode releases. But there was a distillery there. I'm like, oh, I'm curious how Texas makes their bourbon, right? Like, what's their vibe like? But
yeah.
Sure.
Interesting.
So I'm sure there are more places in Michigan. We should do a Michigan tour.
Yeah, we should.
We should look it up.
I had the last time I had the Motor City bourbon was with like a bourbon and coffee, which was a new experience for me, and I loved that.
One of my favorites
very good.
is bourbon cream and coffee.
Oh, that is delicious.
Literally had it this morning. So.
Yes, you did. Is Motor City or Detroit City is the hot honey one that we all. You love.
No, I don't know about it. Yeah. I haven't tried it. So.
Listen, I would not try it yet. Give yourself some time.
As a bourbon baby.
Give yourself some time to ease into it. For sure.
Oh, good.
All right, well, I think that about does it for our episode.
Yeah.
Unless you have anything you want to say to the people at home? Just as a source of encouragement?
This was really fun. I really enjoyed learning about this, and I hope you did too. So that's all.
We love it. We love to see it. Well, we thank you guys for joining us again for another episode of The Life of a Bourbon Girl. And just remember, as always, if you like it, you like it.
And if you don't, you don't.
Until next time.
Bye.